버스네 현재지입니다. 지금 저는 그릴 거예요. I don't know why I'm whispering. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna speak in English, by the way, for these recordings until I can, get good at Korean. I am still learning though, so I'll just keep practicing. Anyway, I'd actually previously recorded this and realized that the input for my voice was not connected to my mic, so you couldn't really hear me properly. You could hear me, but the quality was trash, and I'm not about to put that out. Anyway, I thought I'd just record these. I'm not going to consistently do these, and they're not going to be for every panel that I'm doing, otherwise what's the point in anticipation, right? But I needed a way to concentrate. In long story short, I needed a way to concentrate, and I thought recording would be the best way to do this, considering that my channel is currently dead. Well, it's not dead, it's just that I haven't really been uploading on there to you current 6 subscribers. But anyway, I was going to do this live, but I apparently need to wait 24 hours to actually do that. So yeah, here we are. So these aren't scripted, so I'm most likely just going to be waffling in these. So do bear with me for that for now. I'm probably not going to try and script these because that would take long, and the whole point of me even doing these in the first place is just to make sure that I can get the panels done in time for you to read. I don't like this arm. I might fix that. Anyway, so enough of the pre-waffling, because I'm going to be waffling this entire way. And let's just get to it. I'm just going to pick up an old story that I started off in the previous recording that you're not ever going to see. So I can't even remember where I left off. Not that it matters because you didn't hear anyway. I'm just going to, in most of these, unless there's someone else with me and we don't talk about this, I'm just going to talk about my life story because why not? And to be honest, like, a lot of my life stories can seem very relevant to help. Anyway, I am going to talk about a life story that I'm currently dealing with right now. That doesn't make any sense. I'm terrible at speaking just to speak. Anyway, so this story is going to be about my struggles with talking to women. So, for those who don't know me, I'm a very shy individual, and I find it very difficult to speak. I find it very difficult to do things, make decisions, and so on and so forth, simply because I overthink all the time. Why do I overthink? I don't know. Is it a mental health issue? Maybe, who knows. Anyway, somewhat recently, while at work, I had to go to the chemist shop in order to pick up a prescription for my client, and I noticed that there was this very attractive woman that was at the desk, and straight away what was going through my head was it'd be really nice to give her a compliment because I think she looks pretty, and she's just on my mind, okay? However, me and my complicated brain just decides, okay, well, what are we going to say to her? What? And when you say that to her, what do you think is going to happen? What if it goes like this? How about we don't say anything just in case this happens? Or how about we don't say that just in case so-and-so's, just unnecessary thoughts. And by the time I've collected the prescription that I was meant to get. I'm already like out the store, then frustrated myself for not saying anything. So then I come home after my shift, and I then speak to one of my friends first, then my sisters, and then a group chat of friends that I'm in. And with my friend, the first friend that I spoke to, we were kind of just going over the similarities that we have in talking to people, and how frustrating it can be when it hinders us from making simple decisions. In my case, just giving a compliment, because it wasn't a case of where like I was trying to ask her out on the spot or ask for her number or something. I just simply wanted to give a compliment, just, you know, as you do, being a gentleman. I wasn't being a gentleman, but you know, you get the point. Anyway, so we were discussing that, and it was helpful to know that someone else understands what I'm going through. When you're going through these situations, take it from me, if you go back with anything from this video, it's good to verbalize your problems to someone who can listen to you. So do speak. I'm gonna look back at this video and I'm gonna cringe heavily just because of how bad my speaking skills are. So when I went to go speak to my sisters about the situation now, in terms of me overthinking things all the time, I don't remember off the top of my head as to what it is exactly that causes me to overthink all the time. But what I took from that was to, instead of, oh yeah, that was it, right? It was giving emotions to my thoughts. When you give emotions to your, I'm not a therapist, by the way, so, and I am just kind of like, I'm not spitballing, but I'm, what's the word? Forget it. What I mean to say is, don't take exactly what I'm saying as fact, because this is just me. But giving emotions to my thoughts causes me to worry about those said thoughts. And in the end, like, I don't make a decision, which causes problems for me, because there's things that I want to do, and I'm hindered away from doing those things simply because my thoughts are shying me away from them. Anywho, so what I took from that is, the next time I'm in that situation, how about I just don't think at all and just do what I need to do. So thankfully, the next day I need to pick up a prescription again. So I'm there in my head thinking, oh, here we go again. Right, what am I gonna say? What should I say? And then, like, in my head as well, I was like, you know what? Exactly like I said before, we're not even gonna think about it. We're just gonna rock up in there, pick up what we need to do, what we need to get, and give the compliment, walk out. And that's exactly what I did. I walked into the chemist shop. She was at the front desk to my advantage. She was at the front desk. I picked up what I needed to get, and then I was like, hey, by the way, I think you're really pretty. She didn't hear me the first time, so being able to repeat what I said proved to myself that I can have the confidence to say things when I want to say them. But yeah, I repeated what I said. She giggled and thanked me for the compliment, and then I walked out the shop. Which felt nice. It felt nice. In two ways. It felt nice knowing that she was okay with the compliment, for one, because it could have gone in any way, shape or form. Not that it would have mattered anyway, but yeah, it was nice that she took the compliment. And second was that I felt achieved, because I was able to, you know, overcome a hurdle for myself, which was being able to give a simple compliment to someone that I found attractive, let alone just to speak to someone. Because what's crazy is that it's not only with giving compliments to women as to what I struggle with. Like, asking a simple question in a conversation, I sometimes struggle with. Like, if my parents are talking about something and then an idea pops into my head, what's going on in my head is, yo, maybe you should say this. Go on, say it, and then I just don't say it. When all I need to do is just open my mouth and talk. But you know, that's just my problem anyway. After giving the compliment, I think I don't remember if I told my sister about it, but I definitely know I told my friend about it. And I can't remember what the reaction was, but it was I remember it being a positive reaction anyway. Then I'm jumping the gun here. Quite a few days later, or weeks later, I think, and I decide to jump onto WeTalk so that I can, you know, improve my Korean. You know what? No, you know what? We're not gonna go into that. we'll save that for another day. Because I'm not ready to reveal that information yet. For the sake of their privacy and also the sake of my sanity, I'm obviously not going to give any information as to their appearance or so on and so forth unless they decide to collab with me for whatever reason in one of these videos, and they're completely fine with me sharing their appearance and so on and so forth. For the time being, I'm not going to do that, just because we're just not doing that. No. Anyway, come to today, should I say? I can still speak on the chemist shop girl. That's what I'm just gonna call her from now on, just the chemist shop girl, because despite all of what I did in terms of giving her the compliment, I still do not know her name. Even if I did, I wouldn't share it, but I'm saying like I don't know her name. So it kind of requires reference from the other story. I'm not going to say yet. All you need to know from the other story is someone else caught my heart from a simple phrase that they said, and and their personality. Yes, I know I sound like such a simp from how easy that sounds, but listen, if you have an attraction to if someone can catch your feelings that quickly, they're just doing a good job. That's all I've got to say to that. Don't feel ashamed and feel like you're simping. I mean, simping is very much action based and consistent action based and excessive action based, should I say. So how I feel, like your emotions, how you feel, I wouldn't really consider that a case, depending on what you do with them. I wouldn't say that your feelings is what causes you to be, no, I wouldn't say your feelings is what defines you of being a simp. Did I say that right? Your feelings don't make you a simp, your actions do. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, yes, as I was saying, like, someone else has caught my interest. That could be absolutely anyone. Do not look into that. If you're if you know who I am personally, then you obviously know who I'm talking about. But you know, for anyone else who doesn't or is unaware of this story, you shall not know unless that progresses further and they are willing for me to share anything about them, to be honest. Anywho, so that becomes a thing, and I completely like forget about my crush on the chemist shop girl. I find it very difficult to be attracted to multiple people at the same time. It's possible to have feelings for more than one person at the same time, like subtle or not, like crush wise, but to have like an invested emotion for more than one person, I just can't do that. It's very much, and even then with like how I feel, when I have like an attraction to one person and then have an attraction to another person, just like in this story, it's very much like aiming towards one side or the other, where it's a case of like, do I still want to like, you know, progress with this one person, or do I want to move on to the other? It's very much one or the other. And that's just me. That's just how I am. So I have an attraction to this other person, and completely like forget about my attraction to the chemist shop girl. However, the only issue is, as expected with an international app, is this person lives in a completely different country to me, and so even if I was to, you know, pursue them, it'd have to be a long distance thing. And from my experiences in the past, as much as the past is expired information, I couldn't really hack long distance relationship, because I'm very much an affection based individual, and I like giving and receiving hugs. I like, physical affection, not to like innocent physical affection. I'm not trying to go any deeper than that. The surface level, the innocent level, that's what I'm after. I'm not after anything else from the get-go. Long distance is kind of difficult for me. I don't know how I'll deal with it now, because I'm in like a somewhat different mindset to the one I was in, say, like 5 or 6 years ago. 6 years now, actually. So who knows? Maybe I could handle a long distance relationship, but like, I'm not aiming to do that as of right now. Anyway, I spend like a whole day. I spend a whole day thinking about what I'm finna do with this other attraction I now have. And then it's like it gets me in my feels. When I say in my feels, I don't mean happy or sad, or just lost in my emotions, and it's like a very neutral plane. Although for some reason, when I'm in my feels, I find that listening to Haze when I'm in my feels just does wonders for me. Not to say that I'm not saying like it changes my emotion. It fits the mood for me. Or just classic music. I usually don't like classic music, to be honest, but like there are some where is it classic? I'd say it's probably smooth jazz. Maybe I'm thinking of smooth jazz. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of classic music, but depending on how it's played and what the music is, I don't mind listening to it every now and then. It's like it's my second guilty pleasure other than heavy metal. Yeah, I don't look like a heavy metal guy, do I? Anyway, so I'm in my feels for like a day or two. I discuss it with a few friends, and no, actually, I post an image of me sitting beside or lying beside a giant teddy bear, playing. I think the song's called Georgia. It's a really old song. Like I would say that's like maybe smooth jazz, maybe, I don't know. And some of my close friends hit me up on that, and we discussed it for a bit, and all of it is just encouragement to keep going, and just continue on that friendly vibe, and don't give up. It's very important not to give up in situations, and for me personally, like giving up has been such a very common theme in a lot of things, to a point where like it kind of deads things for me. That is to say, it makes things feel unnecessary when I do them if I just give up, and it's also frustrating for things that I actually like that I end up giving up on because it takes too long, or I just simply don't feel like doing anymore. Like this, for example, this project right here that I'm working on right now, I keep at it consistently, and I keep on grinding with it because I want it to be an achievement that I can actually call an achievement for once, one that I didn't give up on. So yeah, that's just a little bit of information about me. I went off on a tangent there. What was I talking about? I get encouragement to just work on the friendly basis, while also dropping hints and letting them know subtly that I'm interested. Just for context, in case you're wondering as to who I'm talking about right now, I'm talking about the other crush that I have, because this is current. So cut to cut to actually today of this video, of me recording this video. Not necessarily the upload date, because I don't know when this is gonna upload. But yeah, cut to. I have a lot of cutting and editing to do in this video. Cut to today. I don't remember what I was talking about. I happened to go to the chemist shop after. Okay, so that's what I was meant to say. Yeah. So I actually hadn't been to the chemist shop for like a long while. Say maybe like almost a month's worth. I wasn't at the chemist shop. And today was my first time back, I suppose, to pick up another prescription. And the chemist shop girl was obviously there as well. And when I went to go pick up the prescription, she does this thing where she, when I say this, I don't mean like consistently, I mean like at that very moment. What she did was she leant her head on the on like the barrier thing or whatnot, kind of like, I don't know where the camera's for me, but like kind of like this, and that right there triggered back off the attraction that I had to her again. Then I picked up the prescription. I complimented her day in the sense that I said, you know, like, have a good rest of the day. She thanked me for it, and I went on about my business. And then I sat there. Well, I don't mean sat there, I mean like I was walking, but like in my head I sat there and I was like, I kind of like her again, but this for some reason feels wrong. Now I just want to clarify, it sounds very stupid me saying that it almost feels like cheating when it's not, because I'm not even committed to anyone right now, or in that situation rather. I'm not committed to anyone, so it's not cheating, but emotionally it does feel like cheating. So I helped my friend about it, and I explained how I felt, and it also confirmed to me right there and then that like it wasn't a case of me like completely nullifying the attraction I had to the chemist shop girl. It's just a case of like I kind of forgot about it because someone else grabbed my attention. You only have two eyes. You're not going to be looking in more than one place at the same time. Metaphorically, for this metaphor, for this proverb, if you will, you're looking in one direction at the same time. Okay, what? You're looking in one place at a time. Yeah, so we're discussing it, me and my friend, and like clarifying to me that it's not cheating. It's just a case of, you know, you haven't forgotten that emotion that you felt towards the chemist shop girl. Now, the only reason why like this is important is the sense that I suck at talking. The only reason why this is relevant to me is because it's important not to put all your eggs in one basket. Sorry, I had like a brain fart. I've forgotten what I was actually talking about with that reference or whatever I was just referring to. But in long story short, my attraction to the chemist shop girl sprung back up again. Oh yeah, right, keeping your doors open. It is a good thing to, you know, keep your options broad. Like have a wide, opening your doors to more avenues. That's not the phrase, but that's what I'm going with. Simply because when you put all of your eggs into one basket, it leaves room for disappointment, whether you like it or not. And I'm not saying that you should, you know, be wilding out here and, you know, having several people that you're pursuing at once. I say wilding, whatever you want to do is whatever you want to do, if your life in it, but like it's not a bad thing to, you know, be emotionally interested in more than one person at the same time, and, you know, want to be cautious with who you're pursuing at a time, just in case, you know, the person you're pursuing, you find that you're not, you know, compatible or really actually attracted to them, but the other person that one of the other people that you're pursuing, you are interested in or something. I don't know if what I said came across properly, but yeah, yeah, it's good enough. What am I even talking about at this point anymore? This is bad. Like, I don't want to be scripting what I'm saying in these videos because it just requires more time and effort, and I'll eventually get lazy and not do it. But it's not a bad thing to keep your options wide. I know I mentioned that before, but I'm going over it again. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing to keep your options wide, and you know, test the waters, because who knows, maybe the chemist shop girl and I aren't really compatible, and the other chick that I've caught an attraction to is, or you know, vice versa. I'll probably pick up this story another time, to be honest, because I don't know where I'm going with it anymore, and it's kind of like going off into tangents way too easily. That being said, I don't know what else to really talk about. I could talk about what I'm drawing right now, but considering that this story is not out yet, or maybe what I could do actually is I could upload these after I've uploaded the... Nah, that's kind of boring, isn't it? Yeah, I can't really talk about what's happening in this scene because, again, like I mentioned before, as of right now of this recording, the whole chapter is not out yet, so it'd be spoilers, although I will say that, like, it's... Nope, I'm not even going to say that. Not even going to say that. I suppose I can talk about how I draw. Oh, actually, I know exactly what I can talk about. Maybe I'll save it for next time, though, just so that it's something to talk about for next time. I think I've waffled on long enough, and I don't know how long this recording is, and I'm hoping that doesn't reach anywhere near an hour, so I'm gonna end it there, and hopefully the next time I pick this up, because I'll probably continue to do this because it helps me to concentrate other than music. I'm not going to put music in these videos because it's kind of long to find music that isn't copyrighted and doesn't, like, you know, leave room for strikes or claims, because it's kind of long. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you for listening to me waffling for a while, and also, you know, watching how I draw. I don't know what I'm going to name this video, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Do look back for some more, because I will do a few more along the way. I'm not going to do every panel as I go along, because it'd be spoilers to the story before they come out, as this is a new panel that I'm working on. I will probably pick this up live the next time, if that's sorted out, because for some reason I had to wait 24 hours. I have to wait 24 hours for it to be activated to do so. Yeah, that's about it, to be honest. This has been your boy, and I'm joking, I'm not going to do it like that. This has been Anthony Arts G, and I will see you next time. Peace.